When finally will you grow up? When will you just be like everyone else? When will you find a wife? When will you find, a house and children and just act like everyone else? Stop wearing black for all this time and just act like everyone else. That is what I heard today from one of my colleagues that I work with. He was just sick and tired of me of speaking about Tiamat. So I'm so sorry. Actually, I shouldn't say that, but I'm so proud of her. I had this day where the dragon was so much close to me that I was so proud of Tiamat and who I actually am and how far I actually came. Because the journey that I had before I came to this day is actually very confusing that I eventually managed to go to this place where I actually am. Because there are no people by my side who to say where I have to go, because we don't need people, we only need them. When I was 2 years old, there is a story behind this. When I was 2 years old, I was always, almost dying because I had this brain disease, very much this heavenly brain disease that was deadly, and I was actually about to die. Doctors giving up on me and not knowing what they should do. But there was only one that was allowed in that hospital, and I don't know, I don't remember. That was my dad, my father, not my mom, not the doctors, not. I was screaming heavenly whenever someone else but my father stepped into that hospital room. I only needed my dad by my side. I didn't know why. Now I actually know why. My dad handed me over a dragon plush. A green one, not this one. It's a green one. Of course, I don't sleep with it anymore. He's dirty, but he actually, he was very sentimental part of my life. I slept with him for many years, many years. That even when he was dirty, I kind of replaced him with another dragon, but it was just the same, that I had this dragon image here. And actually, you give power to lifeless images in this way. Whenever you do this, you have legit love for whatever you are touching. You are giving energy from the palm of your hand into this lifeless object. Sometimes this happens as well with other lifeless objects. It comes to life because there is an energy surrounding it. That is also what happened to this green dragon that was given to me once my life actually was supposed to end. And so, yeah, after a while, my life was saved, and no one actually know why and how did you survive that. No one actually to this day knows. I was going inside of a brain scanner, and I came out cured, healed, nothing anymore, not a shred of disease anymore, and I still held my dragon here. My dad always said that I wanted to grab something that was in front of me. I'm sure of that this should be my guardian angel, my dragon. And my guardian angel didn't let me die at that moment. And there were also different occasions that my dragon didn't let me die inside of my life. Not yet. Your time has not come. And I felt so much safe whenever I hold him. Of course, whenever will that was a side word. Whenever when will I finally grow up? That is what I want to say. The answer, my brothers and sisters, I sleep with dragon plushies. I don't think that I will ever grow up, or at least be the same like everyone else. I'm a dragon witch, and I call myself like this simply because I had not just an apparition, but I experienced the dragon. And I wanted to have this again, just like I was a child. I felt this connection already with the image of the dragon. And there was always something much more of it. And my dragon awakening explained it all. Whenever your dragon comes close to you and the time is come to awaken, your dragon will come to the a place inside of your body wherever your dragon spirit can be seen. Your dragon can see this with their dragon eyes. That is why the connection with your dragon is being called a dragon eye. You can see much more than them. A dragon eye can see the soul, and a dragon eye knows where your soul is, and they will eventually touch you wherever you are the most vulnerable. And your dragon will know where your dragon's spirit will eventually lie. And once they awaken it, your spirit will respond and your entire body will react to it. Your mind will react to it. It will immediately have a connection with your mind. You will be awakened and you will feel it. And you might be very confused. And that is where the difficult part begins, my brothers and sisters. The difficult part begins at that moment, because then the confusion can only grow. And not just because your dragon has touched your soul and now you are awakened, but the people by your side. You might not be like everyone else, or like a dragon witch is never like the majority of people. You might be so much different that it's shocking to other people, that they don't understand actually who you are, that some people even hate the fact that you are like this. Sometimes, and that is also the people at my job, I worked there for 20 years, so they have seen my awakening. They have seen how strange I acted. They have seen everything. That they sometimes say, when will you finally stop talking about Tiamat and the dragon? Will you finally stop it? And I say, I cannot promise anything. Of course, I don't need them to be convinced of the dragon's path, but that is what love does to you. Whenever you are connecting with the dragon, you just want to share your experiences. And here I am talking my experiences, sharing my experiences to you in the hope that you will find your own experiences inside of the dragon. And you might also have people by your side, like a family that will not understand anything that what you are going through inside of your dragon's path. There is so much that is going to change, things that you might not even understand what is about to change, because your spirit is connecting with your mind, and your mind has seen all of these human stuff. Everything human, everything that you've seen, it's all about human. Everything that your eyes have seen is human. But now you are awakened, and now your eyes are turning that of a dragon inside of it. And so your mind as well is going to change. And you might not even understand what is going on. But that is how harsh a dragon awakening can be. Sometimes it happens slowly. But in my case, it was immediately. And I was so damn confused. Of course, I was very lucky after a while that that fate led me into having my dragon mentor by my side and to say what a dragon's journey is, a dragon's path is. And she has seen the dragon by my side. That I wasn't 100% sure that the dragon was always with me, because I've seen my dragon, I feel my dragon, but is it not just me that is going crazy? And then after a while, I stepped into this store, and the woman on the counter, she told me, wow, there is an energy by your side, and it's a dragon. Never seen it unlike anything else before. And she was my mentor from that moment on, and she has told me a lot about the dragons. Of course, not only the dragons, but what can happen to you, like the open gates that you are, like everything that goes along with it. She was the only one that I could talk about it without judging me, because that will eventually happen. They will judge you. If you talk about all of these saints, if you follow that is fine. But following a dragon, I know how it sounded, and that is why I kept it secret for 7 years, but I didn't quit my dragon. I didn't want to quit with being a dragon witch. Not for the title or anything. You can call yourself whatever you want on the dragon's path. I call myself a dragon witch because I have learned the ways of the dragon. And not only learned from my mentor, but I learned from my own self. And I learned from the dragons within and outside. And the dragons, whatever they teach me, I wrote down in my book of Dragon Shadows, which is an empty book that I still read to this day. But it can be so confusing. It's like very much riddles in the dark that you have to solve for yourself. And I cannot say what the answer is, because every path is going to be different. So the answers will eventually also be different. But yeah, when will I finally grow up? I think that I will never grow up. In the eyes of humans, at least. In the eyes of humans, I will always be this man-child, you can say. I'm not like a nerd or something like this, but I am spiritual. we are very spiritual, but unlike a spiritual or a spiritual entity like anyone else is used to. Because who has heard about people who stands by the dragon's side, just like witches, not just any witches, but dragon witches who are, we are not the witches who has to be educated by other witches. It's not that they have to teach us the way how they want us to be taught. There is only one teacher, only one. And that is the teacher that I held very, very close to me ever since the beginning of my life. Whenever my dad gave this plush to me, I don't remember it, but the stories that they said that I didn't want to let it go, and eventually, after a while, that maybe from the love that I gave to it, that I was healed, cured. If you ever wonder yourself, can a dragon cure? After a while, I came to start and think and believe, and actually very much believe, yes, your dragon can do this. Because after a while, also not that long ago, a few years ago, my dad was having a second heart attack. It would be a final heart attack, and I was asking my dragon with all of my love that I had. He's the only one that I have, so the only one that is surrounded by humans. He's the only one of help that I have in this human world. So don't let him go away from me. And after a while, his heart attack was being cured. Just simply, I held my hand on his body, and after a while on his heart. So in the hopes, with the dragon in mind, with the love of the dragon in mind, that I wanted to let it stop. And that is how powerful a dragon witch can be. I didn't even know how powerful a dragon witch can be, but we have the energies of a dragon, and a dragon is the children of the true gods. The children of the true gods also that is living inside of you, connecting with your dragon trinity, your dragon eye, then I can say. So people can make your life a bit more difficult. Also, the dragons themselves can be very demanding sometimes. Just like you have to grow, you have to do this. When I was pushing the dragon away because I was afraid of what humans going to say, he was not having it. He was showing me the realms and everything that I need to know about it. So yeah, there are a few people who are actually saying, this is not how dragons are. This is not how dragon witches are. You shouldn't say this. But every path is different. So every outcome is different. It's not that I can say to you, you have to do this. That is not what a dragon's path is. You have a dragon by your side that is very much connected to you. A dragon will not leave you behind just like they need worship or something. No, they just need one thing, that you know that they are there. And after a while, this is going to be very, very much strong for you. This is the only thing that you need on your path. Of course, it's actually much more, the most difficult part is, once you are awakened, you are confused as hell, and you are surrounded by humans, ignorant humans, and they don't know what is going on with you. I still needed to go on at my job, but I was so damn confused, I didn't even know what I was anymore at that point. So people thought that I was going crazy, and I thought for myself that I was going crazy as well. But that is just it. That is your soul, your humanity that is connecting with your human soul, and now it has to have this little fight until they can live together. And eventually, that is what I, at this moment, did. But with this question, when will I finally grow up, have a wife and children? Of course, I bought a house. This is my house. That is the only human thing that I could do with the help of my dad. But this is what I bought. This is my house. And that is the only most human thing that I will do together with work, my work as well, of course. We need money. But yeah, after a while, it can be a very confusing path. But it will eventually change. You will swim out of this chaos like Tiamat is. Out of this chaos, you will create a path that is less confusing and a path that is only meant